Negroponte helped invent the media lab at MIT. He's a new media guy who says, let's look at this relationship again. But let's look at it from the digital point of view. Neither McLuhan nor Postman were around in the computer age. So we need to look at it from where we are now, essentially, in the digital environment. And Negroponte says, things have changed. In the digital environment, the medium actually embodies the message. Not just the medium is the message, but you don't have either, right, without the digits. Right now we're still in digital. Now we might move to something else before we get done, and one of the things we'll talk about in class is what happens if computational technologies go to a different medium. But right now, we're in a binary system, digital system. On, off, 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 on, off. X, 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 O, 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 X, X, O, O, X, X, O, O, X, X, O, O, X, X, O, 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 equals function. Right? And then you write another string of ons, off, and the equal function. And then you put those together in an algorithm, and you get do, re, mi in sounds from your sound card. Or you get text come up in pixels on your screen. Or you get a dissolve between two cuts on your video, depending on how those algorithms are made. It's made of the medium. There isn't any medium-independent content. And there isn't any content that doesn't affect what the medium is doing, because they're one and the same thing. They're bits. A bit is a bit is a bit. It doesn't matter what it is. You set it. You set its value, and then it becomes what it is. So that for Negroponte, this dichotomy between the effects of the medium and the message, it's almost like the wrong question for him. Because they are absolutely intertwined from his point of view. In digital, now he wouldn't argue that in analog media, but in digital media he argues that they're one and the same. Okay? So which is right? Can you guess what I'm going to say?
All of them.
All three. There's something about the way mediums and content interact that is illustrated by all three perspectives. There are some important things about all, and over the course of the term, as we look at examples and read in the text, these are going to pop up. Oh my goodness, that's McLuhan. No, wait a minute, that's the medium shaping the message. No, that's the medium actually embodying the way the message works. They're all right. Now there may be a little bit more or less, depending on what the question is, if you will. Okay? And there are also some other ways to look at the relationship between mediums and content, but these are the three big ones, and they're the ones we'll keep bouncing back to. We're not going to start this book in chapter 1, we're going to start it in chapter 3, actually. But if you started in chapter 1, the first thing that these authors do is talk about McLuhan. They also talk about Williams, who I don't talk as much about as they do. But they start with McLuhan and this notion of mediums in the message as well. So it's a